Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
So this is called real user monitoring, and you get a response. Whatever you capture the response, this is called real user monitoring. This is called synthetic monitoring. You can also say, if you're very comfortable, it's not the right word, but you can say robotic monitoring of the endpoint, human monitoring of the endpoint, something like that you can say. So here these locations are fixed, but here it can be anywhere. So this is called real user monitoring. So did you understand the synthetic and browser monitoring, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, guys, let's not get into that.
So Rajesh,
Yeah.
one question here in this. So
Yeah.
I understand your point, but the human monitoring that you mentioned is also like, or the synthetic monitoring that you're mentioning is also a type of the human monitoring only, or the synthetic monitoring only, that like basic
No,
difference.
we do that. When we set up observability, we set up the metrics monitoring like CPU, RAM, server network, log monitoring, APM monitoring, synthetic monitoring, browser monitoring,
No,
all
no.
these things.
My point is like in the browser monitoring also, we are doing a type of synthetic monitoring only to check if what's the response for a particular end
No, no,
point.
no, no, no. In a browser monitoring, typically you test the functionality, real functionality. For example,
Okay.
you have used a certain browser and you have hit the website, and then you are doing login, and then you play with the different applications, and then whatever the response you get it for each request, that is being observed here somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but here in a synthetic monitoring, we don't explore the system. I mean, internal of the system. Here in the browser, real user monitoring, we explore the internal of the system.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so so this is a more useful insight. RAM is a more useful insight for the software, for
Okay.
real use scenario. But synthetic is useful for the getting the health check done. Health check means my API is up and running or not, my that server is up and running or not, certificate is okay or not, and synthetic monitoring is also good for testing the software before launch. Let's say you have applications and you want to test from the different geography, Asia, Europe and America,
Okay.
and you want to test that application before launch, before real user, then synthetic monitoring is it can be set up. Make sense?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Fine.
Yes.
And also, the this monitoring will also be, we can include one more part like native monitoring also. So Datadog can also do the native cloud monitoring as well, right? So it will
Yes,
be
yes.
covered in this four part, or it's a different
Okay.
topic here.
See, I think you're talking about the C and CF monitoring. That is called native monitoring. Is that correct?
Yeah, basically basic native cloud monitoring.
Huh. C and CF. Sorry, there's spelling which is C and CF. So yeah, native monitoring, basically we call it C and CF monitoring, where Docker, Kubernetes, Prometheus, all
Right.
this comes here. So as we have already discussed, actually, Datadog is for everything, everything.
Yeah. So
So
that will covered under the infra monitoring, metrics infra monitoring only, or it's a separate
yes,
part in Datadog?
this is here. Native monitoring is infra.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
okay. So guys, but we should not get into the any all other topics but APM. This is a topic for the day. I must write it. Topic of the day. Okay. Topic of the day. So this is the things. So now guys, let's get into the APM only. Are you comfortable now? All of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So now guys, we are focusing, overriding all other stuff and focusing on APM. So now the question is, what is APM monitoring? Okay, that's I have a questions. So guys, let me ask you few questions. Okay, very simple few questions. And if you answer in yes, then you don't need to attend this session. And if you say no or not sure, then you are the right participant for this session. Okay. So first question is, are you measuring real end user experiences on our website today? Are you? Yes, no, or not sure? Second question, are we measuring customer SLAs? Customer has said, hey, my website should be up in this many time, this many seconds. Are you measuring that whether it's a meeting up with your customer's SLA or not? Is your app delivering consistent response time across user? I just now I was discussing that one. The users maybe in Asia, in maybe India, maybe in Europe, maybe in London, maybe in Netherlands, maybe in Australia, maybe in Singapore. Is our app delivering consistent response time across users and geography? Do we have underperforming regions? Do you have web performance plan in place to correct any problems if you have got it? Is your website delivering a consistent user experience regardless of browser type also? Do you know how our website response time and availability compare with our competition? For example, Uber versus Ola, like that, or Amazon versus Flipkart. Response time. Flipkart is loading in 1 second, Amazon is loading in 2 seconds. Problem for Amazon. Can we quantify how third-party technology and services such as ad networks like a Google AdSense? Most of the applications you see that they put the ads from the Google AdSense. Like IRCT website, if you go, is filled with Google AdSense. Or payment processes like payment gateway and all. Is it impacting your site performance? Can we monitor and troubleshoot problems of our mobile app using the same APM tool we use for our web applications? Do you have answers for yes, no, or not sure? If yes, then I think this session is not helpful. You have already all these things, learnings in place. But if it is no, not sure, then we can go about it. So, guys, by now you understand what are the answers you get through the sessions. All of you. All of you.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. So this is the things. So now the question is, what is your response time for your application? I'm talking about. You must be managing some application in the production, right? Have you measured that response time? Response time of one user, response time of thousands of users, response time from the users from USA, response time from the users of India, response time of users which is using Chrome, response times of user which is using what? Firefox or Windows, Linux, mobile. Have you measured? What is your response time? Is your response time is 300 milliseconds or 7.5 seconds? Same applications. And you must look at the image actually. The application you are trying to log in, it may be laptop, mobile devices, pad, or whatever it is. This request is traveling to ISPs, load balancer server, app server, database server, this server, that server, and the architecture can be complicated very well. So now, what is your response time? The response time the same which you requested. Whether it's 300 milliseconds, everyone is happy about it. But same application, other user, 7.5 seconds. This guy is very frustrated. This guy is very angry. The questions to all of you is, all of you means those person who's handling those application, those who is developing that application, those who are monitoring those application, those who are maintaining that application. The question for him is why that one user is in 300 milliseconds. That's okay. But why the another user is 7.5 seconds? That is the questions you have to answer. The questions you have to answer: why 7.5 seconds response time for certain users, and how can we fix it? That's a discovery is all about. We are going to make in today's sessions. So expectations, I hope you have understood that. Why 7.5 seconds. And how to find it out. Correct, guys? All of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, guys, how to find a culprit? How to find a culprit? Are we having problem in the Java code? Or are you having problem in the application server? Or are you having a problem in the JVM itself? Are you having a problem in the network? Are we having a problem in the ISP? Are we having problem in third-party gateway? Where is the problem? Where is the problem? That you need to find out. Why is the Java application slow, or why the application server is slow? Why JVM is slow? Why this your server is not responding, or something, whatever it is. So you need to find out. There's a lots of data source, guys. You have agent, you have a synthetic user, you have a infrastructure, you have a different applications, lots of data source. Where to get it? But before that, getting into that, we need to understand why performance is very critical. You say, what's a big deal in a performance monitoring? It is important. It is very critical. These are some of the statics which you can read it. 1 second delay, I repeat, 1 second delay in a response time can reduce the conversion by 7%. Conversion means your sales. That means I'll put it in simple way, you will understand better way. Amazon.com, if it's loading in 3 seconds, and if it will load tomorrow 4 seconds, their conversion rate will be reduced by 7%. Imagine Amazon.com or Flipkart, 7% of sales will be reduced. Page views by 11%, and customer satisfaction by 16%. And this is not I am saying, this is some of the metrics I have got it from the Gartner reports and all. So it's very critical. More than 51% of online consumers in the US said that the site slowness is the top reason they would abandon the purchase. So performance is very critical. When online service fail, 75% of the consumer move to another channel, which can lead to millions of lost dollar. So why it is critical, we have understood. Now with that in mind, we will focus on how to monitor distributed performance monitoring. And the answer is APM, application performance monitoring. That's a terminology which we use to address that problem. APM, simply we say APM. Okay, so what is APM? So application performance monitoring is the collections of tools, the one which I'm teaching you today, and processes which you will experience and set over the period of time based upon your experiences. So basically, it's a tools plus processes designed to help IT professionals to ensure that the application users work with meet performance standard and provide a valuable user experience. That's all. So tools which I'm going to teach you, processes which you're going to experience and design over the period of time with your applications, and combine together, that's called APM. For what? So your users are satisfied with your application's performance. Are you understanding, all of you? All of you? Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
So guys, if you want to do the performance monitoring, which are the dimensions you have to focus on? So you have to focus on end user experience. You have to gather that. You have to focus on runtime application architecture. You have to check the business transactions also. You have to check the deep dive component monitoring, and you have to do analytics and reportings. So which are the areas of focus? So you have many areas of focus. For example, if you want to do end user experience, so you can do RAM agentless, multiple protocol analytics, synthetic props and robots. Okay, if you want to do runtime application architecture, then you're going to focus on transaction path snapshot, bottom up board and top down monitoring cloud ops and all. If you want to do the business transaction, user defined transaction, URL page definitions and all, component monitoring like JVM and all, .NET and all, and reporting. So yes, these are the framework in which you have to get into that. As of now, don't get into that too much of readings. Just at a high level, just get an idea. This image is very useful. Can you look at this from the right, extreme left to the right side? So see that the request is coming from the different users, maybe using different devices, different browser, different ISPs. Then they hit to the different CDNs, different cloud services, different servers, different database, different application servers, database servers, microservices, third-party libraries, and then you reach to application and then you get a response. Now the problem is, where is the problem? How do you find out? Are we having problem in your applications? Are you having problem in a database? Are you having problem in your app server, web server, load balancer, network, ISPs, domain name servers, browsers? Where is the problem? Are you understanding all of you? You have to find out. Where is the problem? For your long response time, for the website slowness. Where is the problem? How do you find out? Look at this, it's a Java call actually. Within an application itself, look at this very important slide actually. Within an applications, one main method you call to the sub method, right? Class, main class to subclass, subclass to subclass, subclass to subclass, and the database call. So see the different method from the different classes you call in the program itself. Not everything is written in one method, one class, one program file. It has thousands of programs, hundreds of class file, hundreds of method, and your each request, whatever you made, it performed through the different method and classes. Which method is having problem? See that very carefully in this image. Where is the problem? Can you tell me? Where is the problem? Which is taking the max?
Database query.
Database query. But the question is, from this image, you got to know there is a problem in the database. But how did you reach to this image? That's a question. How do you know the Java is taking 11202 milliseconds? HTTP call is 364 milliseconds. Java is taking 151 milliseconds, and database query is taking 19339 milliseconds. How do you know? That's what we are trying to set up today. So you should know this matrix and you should find out the culprit and then you should fix it. So this is the stop. So guys, what is the benefit of APM? Or we understood that more or less. So I'll not discuss too much of it, theoretical part right now, and get into that. So now next question is how to do that. How to do that? We have understood the APM, importance of APM. We have understood that why it will benefit us. Challenges also we have got to know. But how to do that? So guys, there are two ways to do that. Agent or agentless. Simple. You can use the agent for obtaining the data. So you can set up an APM. You can also do the agentless also. Various ways are available for you. Okay. So agent-based solutions and agentless based solution. So guys, this is very important slide. You need to understand. If someone asks you how to do APM, then you say agent and agentless. But in agent, when you do agent, what exactly it happens? So guys, please read this. Agent-based solution. This is a solutions where you have a piece of software or code or an agent and you will inject in your applications. I repeat, a piece of code, piece of software or agent injected within an applications. And this code, this agent, this software will report back on what the application is doing internally along with the complex matrices. The negative aspects through of having one of these agent is it will incur some overhead like a CPU and RAM for your servers. Did you understand this slide, all of you?
Yes.
So simple way, guys. I'll put it in a very simple way. You have application. What application? Java applications. You run it through what? JVM, Tomcat. So what do you have to do? When you want to monitor the matrices of response time, I repeat, matrices of response time, you want to get it from the applications. Different method call, different. What do you say? Internal calls. So you should ask a JVM. Hey JVM, give me that information. Between this method to this method, how much time it was spent? Between this method to this database call, how much time is spent? Whom you will ask? JVM. JVM will give this information. But the question is how to inform a JVM, please collect this data. That's where we insert some code into the JVM through Tomcat or through application itself, and then that will become an agent-based APM monitoring. Are you able to understand that, all of you? Hello?
Yes.
Now, agentless.
So, Rajesh, one question. Sorry to interrupt. In case of agent-based solution, so we can deploy this agent on the endpoints through Datadog server only, or we have to do it manually by logging into the endpoint server?
Can you redefine this question? I got little
So
confused.
basically, I want to ask. So in case of agent-based solution, so we deploy the agent remotely through Datadog server
No,
on the endpoints?
Datadog server means you remember that here I'm saying the place where you're running applications, we have to deploy
Right.
this code into your application, not Datadog server.
No. Yeah, I got that point. So I'm saying, so is there any method to deploy this agent on the application server remotely
Mm,
while connecting through your Datadog infra? That is my question. Or we have to log
okay,
manually.
you are saying, hey, Rajesh, I want to deploy this agent in a application server where my application is running, but through remote. Is that your question?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So this answer is no, not using Datadog. Remember that Datadog is an observability tool for monitoring infrastructure. They are not giving you automated way to access that your infrastructure and deploy this agent.
Okay.
So I'll put it in this way. I can teach you how to deploy agent manually. Okay, in one server. That's a question number. I can teach you manually how to deploy that
Mm-hmm.
manual things which I will teach you, you can automate in hundreds of servers using Ansible, Chef, and Puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Yeah,
it?
that's
You
right.
you know
Yeah.
that these tools, right? Ansible, Chef, and
Yes.
Puppet. So you
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So agent, guys. My questions to all of you: did we discuss agentless based solutions? Tell me. Did we discuss? Did we discuss agentless?
Yes. Just like science logic, that is the agentless monitoring system.
Agentless in simple ways, we discussed no synthetic monitoring, RAM monitoring. This is nothing but agent.
Yes.
You don't install any agent
Yes.
by spanning the network, port number, and all stuff like that. So that's agentless. But by the way, guys, agentless based solution will not give you very in-depth knowledge of the matrices like this. You will not get. You will not get this. Are you understanding, right?
Rajesh, here I have one question. So
Hmm.
here you are getting all things on the basis of logs, basis of the uh, different type of log, or directly you are injecting that APM to any application.
So in agent
How you
based,
are getting this?
that how part I'll show you, but in agent based, what will happen? We have some certain code. This code will be given by Datadog. That code we
Mhm,
will insert into the JVM or .NET environment or Ruby environment or Python
mhm,
environment, and then
mhm,
that agent, the one which you are deploying, that code which you are deploying, they will keep
mhm,
asking, hey JVM, hey
mhm,
Python virtual servers or .NET, give me this
mhm.
information, whatever the response time between these any calls which you have entertained so far from the user.
Okay. So via agentless, I think that will not be possible then.
No, you won't get it because agentless is just spanning a network
Yes,
port. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, that's a synthetic. Okay. So guys, we will focus on agent-based solutions in as part of the sessions. Please mind it. Okay, so
So,
now
so Rajesh, sorry. So one query. So in case of agentless, so what's the basic like difference we got? Like we will not be able to get much information. But what all details can we get through agentless if we
for example,
want?
I'll put it in this way. I'll put it in this way. When I hit the facebook.com, okay, so I'll immediately get to know facebook.com loaded in how many, the front page got loaded in how many minutes. Okay. That you get it very much from the agentless synthetic monitoring, simple.
Okay.
But now you log in, and for the login, that tens of internal call has happened. Database call, this call, that call, and stuff like different microservices, different classes, different method of that program itself. Between that problem, you won't get it through the agentless. For that, you need agent based. Are you
Okay.
understanding?
So yeah. So in case just a very high level information we required, then we can go for agentless.
Yes, very much. 100% correct. Yeah. So there's an
Okay.
advantage for agentless, sir. Advantage like you are not wasting the CPU and RAM of your server, but agent based, you are consuming a little bit of it. But advantage you get it like you get an in-depth information. Agentless disadvantage you don't get it. So it's up to you. You have to take up a call. Typically, we do everything actually, agentless and agent based. Everything we do that. But in today's sessions, we are focusing on agent based solution, not on agentless based solution. That's called synthetic. Probably I'll show you the 5 to 10 minutes of demo, but not too much. Okay, so can I move on, all of you?
So Rajesh, here should be both agentless and agent based solution should be there. Actually, agent is you can say collecting different data, and agentless is collecting different data. So here should be both. Why not?
After the collection, you will store that data at the platform like a Datadog or New Relic and stuff like that. That's where we are going to
Mhm.
analyze. Yeah.
Yes,
So
actually,
probably this
agent is collecting detailed data
correct.
of the
This
application,
this
and
slide probably is the answer for your question. You see that here.
oh, okay. Thank you.
Things to do for application performance. First, collect how agent versus agentless that we discussed. After that, you have to store, guys. You have to store that data. Correct now? So where do we store? We store in the Datadog. Yes, Datadog is storage. New Relic, you store in the Prometheus. You store in Splunk. You stored in the Elastic. Okay, so multiple storage. Today, Datadog. And then after that, you check. An internal lockless watchdog evaluates health check and triggers alarms. Check means monitors, triggering, alarming, and all the stuff. If because in the storage you have right all the data, so you can alarm yourself. Stream also, archive also, and query if you need it. Okay, so yes, collection and storage will do that, and then checking, streaming, archiving, query, some of the stuff will do that. These are the things to do. So what is the end goal of APM is simple. Automatic reports, alerts, warning signals. When your response time of your transaction start increasing, red flags are waved. When transaction start failing, a developers already knows of the issues because the APM team has reported on the training data. That's the end goal, guys. You need to know why this request has taken 7.5 seconds instead of 300 milliseconds. That's the end goal. Okay, so now the question is, how do you select those? Which one we should go for it? That's a question. Which tool you should go for it? So, guys, before deciding a tool for setting up the APM, you should decide what platform you guys are running right now, which language you have, whether it's those tools which is familiar with the developers for customize, ease of use, setup, diagnostics, and fix it. Is it possible through that tool? Integration is available or not, and whether it is under your budget. All these things into should be taken into the consideration before deciding your APM tool, out of which these are the tools which is very popular for setting up the APM. So New Relic, AppDynamics, SingleFX, which is a Splunk.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, if you would like to access the remaining videos of this playlist of 50 plus more tools which are coming under DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE, DataOps, GitOps, etc. Kindly become our channel members by clicking on the joining button. You would have access to 100s of playlists and 1000s of videos lifetime access with this membership. Enjoy.